Hi, my name is Emma Sigmund. I'm here at Walnut Creek Farm today to talk a little bit about horseback riding as a stress management technique. I chose to do horseback riding because this is something that I think is most beneficial for me as far as stress management, as well as pretty much everyone in the population can benefit from it in some form or another. It has a lot of physical and mental advantages. It helps people with cerebral palsy, with multiple sclerosis, people with suffering from PTSD, spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, people with anxiety and depression. Pretty much anyone can benefit from it, whether you have a severe injury or illness or not. There's some aspects of it that can help you. So this is Sugar. She'll be helping us today. She's this sweet little pony. And I'm going to use her to show you how I go about using horseback riding as a stress management technique and how I implement that. So horseback riding for stress management can be used as a self-guided form, which is what I'm going to be demonstrating today, or it can be used in a class form or even as a conventional therapy form. It's actually very beneficial as a therapy form, and it's been proven to have all kinds of benefits from physical to mental to drastically reducing depression and anxiety, which is why it is so key as a sorry, Shug's gonna look over there a little bit. Is why it's so key as a form of stress management, and I think one of the absolute most beneficial forms of stress management. One form of research that has shown just how beneficial horseback riding can be for stress management and improving anxiety and depression is studies done with veterans with PTSD. They take these veterans and they put them in a program where they learn how to care for horses and just basic horsemanship skills and riding. After about 6 weeks of working with these horses, their PTSD symptoms were shown to improve by 87%, which is a major breakthrough and shows just how dramatically being around horses can change mental disorders, as well as like anyone suffering from any kind of stress, anxiety. It's just, to me and to a lot of other people, has been extremely beneficial for them. So one specific study that I would like to touch on is a study that was done in the UK. It was studying teenagers and their cortisol levels. So cortisol is a stress hormone. So the more stressed you are, the higher levels of cortisol that you will have. So what the study did is it tested the saliva of these teenagers, and they were a part of a 12-week horsemanship program. So they tested it both over a 2-day period, both before the program started and then at the end of it. And what they found is that these students that were enrolled in this program had much lower cortisol levels at the end of it, especially later in the afternoon and as the day went on. So the more time that they were spending with these horses, the more their cortisol levels were going down. So a little bit of what this program did is it taught students basic horsemanship skills, grooming and riding skills, some things that I'll be showing you that I was doing today. And they just spent a lot of time with the horses. I think they spent about 90 minutes a day working with the horses, and their cortisol levels were significantly lower at the end of the study. So one thing that was really exciting about this research is that higher cortisol levels can be almost a precursor to some serious mental health problems. So this study actually shows somewhat of a breakthrough in ways to be able to prevent future mental health problems, and also as a form of therapy for teenagers struggling with mental health. Riding horses has also been shown to have a lot of health benefits, both physically and mentally. So horseback riding is shown to be able to burn calories, strengthen muscle, and help with balance. So this is why it's also an excellent form of physical therapy as well as mental therapy. So this is why it's really beneficial for people with spinal injuries or maybe cerebral palsy or any kind of traumatic injury. So one thing that it does is the walk of a horse actually helps simulate the walk that like in humans. So it helps move your joints along with the horse. And this is a good way to strengthen those muscles and kind of get muscle memory back in play without putting all the stress of actually having to physically support your own weight. So this is a good way to slowly build up those muscles and really help people learn how to be able to walk again and be more balanced. And overall, it's been shown to be extremely beneficial in this aspect. One of the things I would like to touch on today is some of the research that supports just how beneficial this form of therapy can be. One of the first things I wanted to note is a quote from Izzy McCracken that states, "Animal-assisted therapy has proven emotionally beneficial for patients suffering from both psychological and physical trauma, including stroke victims, cancer patients, and people struggling with depression." This kind of therapy, apart from regular physical therapy, is it can actually target muscles that conventional physical therapy cannot. It can get kind of deep down in the muscles, places that normal exercises wouldn't even reach, because it's so connected to your core when you're Another beneficial aspect for this therapy is that it doesn't feel like a normal therapy appointment. A lot of people get more out of it because people with disabilities probably go through a lot of physical therapy and a lot of hospital visits, and to them this doesn't feel like another doctor's appointment. To them it's more of a me time kind of thing, which is why it's so beneficial mentally as well. They get to go out and feel like, a normal human and not another patient. They get to go out and spend time with a horse and really enjoy that time, and the time goes by quicker. They don't feel like they're being pushed to work out or just in pain. They kind of let all that go and forget about it a little bit when they get to be around the horses, which is something I found. Anytime I'm out here, time flies by, and it's it doesn't feel like work. To me that's fun, and you get to let go of so many of the normal stressors and just get kind of lost in it.